Hey Taurus, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a 2020 predictive reading. So let's see what's going on with the energies for you guys in 2020, okay? I wanted to shuffle, but this card flew out. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and second house placements. So Tauruses, what's happening for you guys? Got some inner child stuff, getting in touch with your inner child. Some of you guys might have recently had a breakup. I feel like there's a barrier to getting in touch with that sun type energy. So like a barrier to joy because you had a breakup, okay, a separation. I feel like you're going to have a lot of revelations though in this new year. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo. I just have this guide card, which always reminds me of the Lantern with the Hermit. But I feel like you guys are going to go on a soul-seeking journey, and I feel like there's going to be someone you recognize as your counterpart. It could be around a full moon or a new moon or some kind of moon cycle. It might not happen right away. You might have to be kind of patient, which you guys are good at, but I feel like it will take some time. But I do feel like eventually you guys are going to have more light along the way. Like I said, I do feel like there's a barrier to you experiencing this joy. I feel like there's something standing between you and this. I feel like this even could just be like depression or grief or something, heartache from this relationship, okay? So I'm going to pull from the wisdom of the House of the Night and get some oracle messages, which I'm going to clarify through tarot, okay? So I do feel like you have spirit guides with you. You are very spiritually connected right now. You just need to get in touch, maybe do some inner child meditations, reflect back like visualizations on things that made you happy as a child, all right? Just try to take your mind to a different place and a different time and a different dimension. It's from a song and I can't think of, we're gonna go back, way back. I don't know. Anyways, okay. But you do have to go back and way back to times that you felt more like yourself. Because I feel like there's been something where you kind of lost yourself a little bit. But I feel like your guides are there, and it might be through nature, you know? You're an earth sign that you end up finding yourself again. Okay, so we've got Ace of Swords and the Warrior. I have not gotten the Ace of Swords. This is like a staircase in your brain, okay? So I feel like it's kind of talking about a higher level of consciousness. I feel like you guys are going to have to fight for mental clarity and for answers and for truth, but you guys are good at being warriors. You're good at fighting for what you believe in. So I feel like keep climbing those steps because you're eventually going to get to the top and you're going to get more clarity from the view from the top, okay? So I do feel like your mind is going to clear as time goes on, okay? And maybe this relationship kind of made it fuzzy. We've got King of Swords and Invisible. So I feel like some of you guys are dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like they're very contemplative too, but there's something you're not seeing with them or something they're not seeing with you. It's interesting though, I got Invisible, but then I have an owl. I feel like there's a lot about mental clarity here because swords are all about that. So maybe he or she or whatever, but it's a king, so it's more masculine energy. They need to find more clarity in the situation, or you need to find more clarity within it. I feel like that with the Ace of Swords and the Invisible, like you're just not seeing it yet. The numbers I have here are 16 and 2, by the way. So what else do we got? We've got Six of Swords and High Priestess of Water. I feel like your intuition is going to really help you move along, like getting in touch with your emotions. They're going to carry you out of this period, okay? So whatever intuitive things that you have, I feel like it's really important you follow that. And it sounds really cheesy, but I feel like that's going to be your way home back to yourself, okay? So keep listening to like the songs of your heart and like your emotions, because that's what the High Priestess is all about. It also could be a Pisces in your life that helps you recover, okay? Or it could be a Scorpio, Cancer, but High Priestess is usually Pisces. We've got Strength and Seven of Pentacles. I feel like this is talking about you're going to gather strength. This is so interesting because it's roots and like a tree that's strong. So like planting yourself somewhere, getting roots, or doing something with the earth. That's the message I keep getting for you guys. Or Pentacles are all about money and investing your energy in yourself or some project. So I feel like watching something grow is going to give you a lot of strength as well. And investing in things that are sturdy, because that's what Taurus energy is all about, okay? So that's really cool. I feel like in 2020, fighting is going to be risky for you, okay? I feel like it's taking a risk if you want to keep fighting. I did get the Warrior, but I feel like there's this energy around fighting for yourself and your dreams and stuff is fine, but fighting with other people is going to be risky. And I think it's going to be up to you when you feel like you should take that risk or not, okay? But just know that when to choose your battles wisely is basically the message I'm getting. Four of Wands and differences. Wow. Okay. So this is kind of a mixed message, because I feel like this could mean you might have differences within your structure, within your home, within your family, because Four of Wands is all about family and stability. But also I feel like you might end up finding someone that you feel a really strong bond with, that even could be your twin flame that you're very different from, okay? A lot of people actually believe twin flames are usually from a different background or something. So I feel like you could end up in a living situation with someone that's very different, and even a possible twin flame dynamic, because you know, the Four of Wands is seen as 11-11 in twin flame union. So, but this is happy times, this Four of Wands, okay? It's a lot of stability. It's a lot of things that you can depend on. And I see like two women here. So this is also about celebration and having fun and enjoying yourself, okay? I do think that has to be a part. It seems like you guys are going through a lot of heavy stuff where you need clarity, but there also could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that you don't see that's going to really actually maybe be your Four of Wands, which would make sense because they're usually kind of different from Tauruses, but you never know. And I got an Eight of Swords here, so I feel like you guys are very mentally entrapped, and I feel like the way out of that is through meditation. That's kind of what I've been saying. I feel like you guys really need to find more clarity in your thoughts, okay? It could even be that King of Swords illuminates a lot for you and brings you a lot of truth and clarity and mental like understanding, because King of Swords is like the ultimate rational energy, okay? So I feel like you guys have been kind of stuck. This is also about using your intuition, like I said, with that High Priestess of Water, because the Eight of Swords, she has her feet in the water and her eyes are blindfolded and she's kind of swirling in her thoughts. But what she needs to do is swirl in that water and get that intuition, okay? And that's going to also come through meditation, all right? Movement and Five of Pentacles, okay? So I do feel like you guys are going to be moving out of this like abandoned state that you've been in, and that might be what that inner child is about. Some of you might have abandonment wounds that came up you know, in the beginning of this reading, which could be coming through as this year comes to an end. You could have a breakup, but I feel like this is the time to work through it and to move past it, okay? So that's what I have so far for you guys. I'm going to pull some more of these oracle message and see some of the energies of the year for you guys. I'm going to pull this oracle Dragon Fae. And then this Elqui Oracle, okay? All right, Tauruses. We've got She Who Begins, Launch, Actualize Potential, Bittersweet Farewell. Oh my God, you guys, look at this. An ending leading to a beginning, okay? So this is all about beginning, and this is a bittersweet farewell. So I feel like this ending had to happen for you guys to begin again on your own journey. And you see the butterflies. This is all about you guys transforming, self-actualizing. That's what I was talking about, finding yourself again after this bittersweet farewell. That's so crazy that I pulled those two together. Your ancient wisdom is awakening. She who regrets. Battle, victory, bitterness. That's what I'm saying. I don't want you guys getting into too many of these fights this year, because I feel like you might end up regretting it. But through these battles, you will also awaken wisdom. So every wound can turn to wisdom, okay? But just make sure you're not continuously wounding yourself, and that you don't leave yourself with too many regrets here. And the name is Eclat. The other one is Primavera. I don't know if that means anything to you. but your ancient wisdom is awakening. That's really cool. So I do feel like you guys are having quite an awakening. There's a butterfly here and there were butterflies there, and that's all about transformation, okay? And then she who radiates and look beneath the surface. That was like the invisible card. I feel like there's something there. There may be something there that wasn't there before. So you guys are going to radiate this. Once you get past this darkness and self-actualize, I feel like you guys are going to be glowing and radiating, okay? Knowing, ambitious, and confidence. Knowing is the first word here, which that was all like the Ace of Swords for you guys, okay? You're going to finally, I feel like, know your worth, and you're going to finally work through whatever it is that you've been dealing with, okay? And you're going to radiate that, and you're going to leave these regrets behind, okay? All right, let's get a couple more Whispering Woods oracle messages. Taurus. Flow. Risk. Another risk. Okay. Renew. I love it. You guys are going to be renewed. But I feel like this risk is like there's going to be a lot of risks. And you guys are not the most risky, sign. So it's going to be about like knowing where you should take a risk and knowing when you shouldn't, but kind of going with the flow of these opportunities. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. So remember, you have the potential to continuously renew yourself, and that's what that butterfly is all about. All right, last but not least, I'm going to pull from a twin flame shadows and see what the person that you're dealing with, that it seems like you maybe had this separation with, wants to communicate to you, okay? What does Taurus's person want to communicate to them? I feel too much pressure right now. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with my promises. I will come back for you. Haven't pulled that one in a while. So that might end up happening. Maybe you guys needed this break for you to work on yourself, okay? If it's really heartbreaking for you, know that they're going to come back for you. They had other things they need to do right now. They have too much pressure. It might be this time of year, okay? So you guys, I don't feel like this chapter is closed, but I feel like there's a lot of learning and growing and things that you guys can go through right now as a result of maybe this Five of Wands was also your battle with them, okay? So thanks for tuning in, Taurus. I hope you guys have a good holiday season, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.